I am alive. Hello, everyone. Hi. I'm very rushed because thank you. Should I go to airplane mode? No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Doing the necessities, checking the placement. Because I'm gonna have Austin join me in a bit and then the screen's gonna split. I think this should be okay, right? How is everyone? I would love to read everyone's comments. सबका स्वागत है. आज मैं बहुत दिनों के बाद लाइव आई हूँ और आज हम हेल्थ एंड बॉडी एंड माइंड इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में वार्तालाप करेंगे, बातचीत करेंगे. मेरे साथ ऑस्टिन होने वाले हैं. Hi Austin, long life. मेरे साथ ऑस्टिन होने वाले हैं. He's going to be talking in English. If there's anything you guys need me to translate, मैं translate करूँगी. And otherwise we will ask him. Sorry, dog है. We will ask him questions about our mind, हमारी gut के बारे में. Gut मतलब हमारा intestine, stomach. Before मैं ऑस्टिन को यहाँ पे बुलाऊँ, I have a small request that आज का session, can we just take it a little bit seriously? I love that you guys send me so much love, and most of the times all I see is hearts and kisses and so much love, and I am thankful for that. So let's just stay away from any unnecessary comments or any unnecessary feedback, comments, anything. वो ignore हो जाएंगे हमेशा की तरह, but आज ज़्यादा ignore होंगे. So yeah, कुछ भी questions हैं. So I have added Austin, and now we are waiting for Austin to join me.
Hey, Sonnalli.
Okay, wait, I'll have to move behind. Yeah, we're good now, right?
Yeah, looks good.
Hello, welcome to my live.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Where are you? This looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a beautiful garden I'm in.
Wow, you're in Jodhpur.
Yeah, I'm in Jodhpur at one of my friends' place.
This is lovely.
Yeah, there's like frangipani trees and mango trees and chiku and mangoes. It's incredible. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
So here we are, and I was just introducing you, and then in the middle of the introduction, I decided to let you join. And also, I think a lot of people on Instagram see mostly what that I had, so I've also let it open that I'm assuming.
No, totally.
I'm gonna be your host and your translator today as well. So I will keep doing that. And of course, I mean, I'm kidding. We can speak in this language that we are. And really excited. And I think this is the first live that I'm really excited about, because I just feel like I get swayed away, and I keep like asking you questions that's about me. I hope we can help a lot of people and talk about that workshop of yours, which I'm again super excited. So is there something that you want to introduce, and then we can probably go tell us something about your gut, aligned gut and mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're excited about it. Because it's like favorite topic, Ayurveda. Well, using Ayurveda to align the gut and the mind. And, something that I've discovered over the last couple of years of my practice, like every single client that I've worked with, it's a combination of those two things. It's like they come to me for digestion, but then it's also something going on with the, lifestyle or the stress or the mentality or something like that we can address. Or somebody comes to me with stress and anxiety, and then it's also something with the digestion that needs to be corrected. And, I've been wanting to like put this conversation together for a long time, where it's like, how do you talk about food and consciousness at the same time? It's like because of our modern culture and I think science and, Western, or particularly for me, Western, obviously coming from the US, there's such a severance, it's just like such a split between the gut and the mind. And, it's like our brain controls our hormones. Our hormones are, stored and excreted in our digestive system. And, people think that it's like separate, but it's not. And so, yeah, this like the Aligned Gut and Mind workshop is all about bringing those two things together. And at the core of the Aligned Gut and Mind workshop is a digestive reset, which uses modern science and Ayurveda together to really, it sets the foundation for growth.
How I that how come about when did you have the realization, which I also believe that mind and the gut are really connected? When did you come about?
Honestly, it was my healing journey. So my first career was in film and television, so similar, but I was working behind the camera. And so I was doing camera and I was doing lighting, and, I worked my way up. I was a director of photography, working on TV shows and things like this, and in New York City. And I was extremely stressed out, and I had a terrible lifestyle, and I really wasn't even aware of it. I thought I was healthy. I was mindful of the food that I was putting inside my body. I worked out, 3 to 4 or 5 times, a week, not super crazy, but, I'd try and go to the gym a few times a week. And yeah, I stayed physically active and all these things, but eventually, the work hard, play hard lifestyle just like shredded me to pieces. And so I got really sick, and it was my gut. I was having like shredding pains in my gut. And I went and saw half a dozen doctors and specialists. I had all these tests done. I was sick for months, and they couldn't figure out anything that was wrong with me. And I, by grace, was able to find Ayurveda. And within 1 week, the pain started to go away. And I was like, what is this stuff, And so I just started diving deeper into the Ayurveda. And it was meditation, and it was a diet routine. And I would say, like, it happened fast but slow at the same time, the change. And after maybe 5-6 months after like having healed, then I was just like, I'm committing my life to learning this, It's like, I want to know everything about it. And yeah, so in my years of study,
After a few, I find the subject very intriguing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, and I think as Indians we should thank you that it's a science, right? Ayurveda is a science. Can we call it a science? Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Science, right? It is from our country, and it is one of the oldest things written. I don't think, and Ayurveda has been constant. It's never changed, right, over the years. And I think somewhere we as Indians lack in taking it seriously, or at least the generation that we are a part of. Maybe our grandparents did, and somewhere it got lost and forgotten. And I'm very glad that it's coming back now. And in fact, जो भी ये live देख रहे हैं, sorry, I'm just going to take a minute and talking Hindi. जो भी लाइव देख रहे हैं, मेरी सबसे रिक्वेस्ट होगी कि अगर आपको थोड़ा भी इंटरेस्ट आयुर्वेदा में है, यू शुड गो एंड चेक आउट ऑस्टिन्स पेज, बिकॉज ये हमारा ही सब साइंस नॉलेज है, और जितने घर की चीजों से, हर्ब से, ऑस्टिन सिर्फ हर्ब से काम करते हैं, जितना हम अपनी बॉडी को फायदा दे सकते हैं, अपने माइंड को फायदा दे सकते हैं, वो वेस्टर्न मेडिसिन नहीं है. So basically I was just kicking ass of western medicine, and but so I want to talk with you about how I think people don't understand, as you were saying, that how our mind and our gut are related. So if someone is, let's pick up a common issue, the stress, right? Stress, anxiety is one of the common issues that, I know that a lot of my friends go through, and sometimes I go through, and how it manifests into like a physical thing. Like I for my migraines, or I know a friend who has like that. So if you can talk about or tell us a little bit how everything is connected, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a two-way road. And I'll start with the mind. Both influence each other, right? The gut is influencing the mind and the mind is influencing the gut. So specifically, to your question about stress, when we're stressed, I call this like air traffic control, right? So inside of our brain is the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland is basically like the air traffic control for all the glands in your body. And it works in partnership with the thyroid gland, but we'll just focus on the pituitary gland. So if you think about like an air traffic control at an airport, it's a tower that sits in the middle of the tarmac, and it sees all the planes coming in and the planes going out. And, they have the machines and they're communicating with each other about, who needs to do what at what time, to make sure that everything is clear and moving appropriately. And let's say that, a storm rolls in, right? Or like first it starts to get cloudy. So we start to lose a little bit of visibility, but there's still the electrical instrumentation that you can still, rely on and make some calls with. But then it starts to like hail, and then it starts to lightning. Now you're starting to lose the electrical signals, it's like electromagnetic interference, and the electronics start to not work properly. So now things start to shut down. Now you can't fly plane, you can't have planes take off as quickly, you can't have planes land as quickly. And this is the exact same thing inside of our body. So the pituitary gland is the air traffic control inside of our mind. And when we're stressed out, we're sending electrical signals back and forth between the left and right hemispheres of the brain. And this is interrupting the pituitary gland's ability to see and to communicate and do things correctly within inside the body. And the pituitary gland is monitoring our external experiences with the world. So when we like see a cupcake, we start to drool. Like this is a sensory perception. Yeah. We're like, oh, and immediately our bodies are starting to say like, it's time to digest. And so it's our eyes, it's our smell, it's our taste, it's our hearing, it's everything is incorporated in that experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, which in Hindi we call muh mein pani aa gaya. So it literally means that it started producing before it's gone into your body.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. The body is so smart. And so, and that's all controlled by the brain, right? And as soon as the pituitary gland like turns that on, then it turns on, it even tells your body which hormones to excrete in the digestive system, because it knows what's coming. And it knows what's coming by the visual, by the smell, by the taste, And so then all the things inside the abdominal cavity start to excrete and go into the digestive system. Well, when we're stressed, our bodies aren't getting that signal clearly. And so the wrong enzymes might fire, they might not fire at all, something like that happens. And when something like that happens, then the digestion is compromised. The gut is totally compromised. So your pancreas can be overloaded, your liver can be overloaded, your gallbladder, this is where you get, aside from just diet alone, this is like, you can develop gallstones and you can develop, your bile ducts getting backed up or like fatty liver disease, literally just through the power of the mind.
Everything's connected.
Yeah, there's 100 million neurons in the gut, which is more than your periphery system, more than your peripheral like nervous system, like your tactile feeling on their skin, and inside your spine. There's more inside the gut than like anywhere in the body.
Wow. Yeah. So guys, we have to keep our gut healthy. Now, I'm not going to sound like a teacher. Which I want to know more about that workshop that we're doing. It starts from the 20th of July. Till when?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. 20th of July till August 7th. Yeah. 3 weeks.
July से 7 अगस्त तक ऑस्टिन एक वर्कशॉप जिसमें आप डिजीजेस हैं रिलेटेड होती है हमारी स्टेट से मेंटल स्टेट से सो वो वर्कशॉप है जो मैं भी अटेंड कर रही हूँ और उसके बारे में आप ऑस्टिन के पेज पे जाके देख सकते हैं आई एम रियली एक्साइटेड फॉर दैट मम्मा so I am very excited for that. So tell us, whoever comes workshop or whoever enrolls for that workshop, what can they expect? Your network went a little. What happened? Oh, there was a.
Yeah, sorry about.
Yeah, my question. I take that again.
No, I didn't get the question.
So I was saying, so the workshop that I'm really excited about, and you are doing that from 28th August to 7th of 28th July to 7th of August. What, if anyone enrolls for that, what can they expect to take back?
Well, what I'm really hoping is that, I mean, it would literally change the course of somebody's life. It's taken me a lot of like thought and process and how am I going to do this? And I've been having a lot of conversations with people before even developing this, getting their ideas from previous clients and things like this. So at the core of the course is a digestive reset. And that's going to be, each week is structured in a different way for our diet so that we can reprogram the gut. And just like, we were saying, there's hundreds of millions of neurons in the digestive tract. As somebody who's familiar with like modern science and things in terms of the mind, we've heard the term neuroplasticity. So that means that like our neurological pathways are reprogrammable. Like we can rewire our brain.
Someone's saying that our voice is cracking. Mine or Austin's, can you hear? Okay, yeah, there are a couple of people saying network issue. Can you guys, is it, okay, can someone just say, can you guys hear us, both of us, or? I'm also quickly going to take a small break and read the questions also. Mama. Okay, I hope people can hear us. Guys, I would appreciate, because I think I can hear Austin really well. Austin, you can also hear me perfectly clear, right?
Yeah, yours is cut out like a couple of times, but not bad.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I saw a couple of people writing that unlock it. Someone is saying, sorry, I'm late. It's okay, guys. It's not a classroom, so it's okay, I guess we're just going to continue. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so
yeah, so what to expect in the class? Yeah. So the digestive reset is designed to like reprogram the gut. And this is custom to every single person that comes in. So they're going to be taking a survey or a quiz like right when they enter. And then based on that information, they'll be able to download a packet, which I've designed. It goes week by week, so it's very easy to follow on what you're going to want to eat for each week. And as they go through each week, then we're going to talk a lot about inside the course, why we're doing those things, so that as we go through, people are going to be able to get deeper and connected into what's happening with their gut. A lot of the time, what I see is like, we need to bring the mind actually closer to the gut. It's like, it's much easier for us to think with our minds than with our gut. Obviously, we get a lot of gut feelings. We're like, oh, I have a bad feeling about this or that or something. But it's, bringing our mind closer to our gut is going to help reprogram the gut. And in that process, we'll also be reprogramming the mind to work in a more functional way. And once we get these two systems kind of online, and really what I think is most optimal is in synchronization, because we talked about the one way, where the mind is precipitating directions down to the gut, but then the gut is also returning a signal back to the brain. And so we need to fix both directions of information. The gut produces and stores 95% of the serotonin inside of our body. And we understand serotonin as, feeling good.
Happy hormone, serotonin. My favorite hormone. I wish I just had that. I think every time I'm going to talk, I'm going to pick up the phone, or maybe I'll just hold the phone, because I think my voice is unclear, and I'm assuming it'll be clear now because I keep it on a table, and then that speaker thing, the same issue I was having that day. I just have this issue. Anyway, when we were on a call. How many people have you helped with this thing? I'm just very curious to know, in so many years.
I mean, I wish I had a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, over, I would say between like 50 and 100 people. Mostly I work with people one-on-one. So I've had a lot of one-on-one clients over the years. Some clients I still work with today, so as soon as I started my practice 2 years ago, some of them I'm still working with now. Some people I work with for a month, some with several months. But now, after all of this like one-on-one, connection with a lot of people, which has been really so educational for me, being able to get deeper insight, into other people, because you can only learn so much about Ayurveda from textbooks. You have to do it.
Yeah, and figure out everyone's problems, which are very individual, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, after 2 years and working so many different people, and even people who are like, don't end up being my clients, but like friends and family and somebody I meet at the grocery store, helping
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Wow.
totally.
Wow.
Anybody on the street.
That's a lot of amazing work and amazing karma as well. The amount of people, if you're healing, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I love. It's such a honor to be, a steward of this information and this awesome science.
How many years ago did you start this journey? You said about 5. How many years back?
Yeah, 2015. 2014 is when I got sick and I started like going in and out of the doctors and all this stuff. And then I healed in 2015. That's when I found Ayurveda.
Okay. I would love to know about that on separately when we talk. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Amit, my friend, is here. Hi, Amit. Amit is someone I was actually waiting to join. I'll take a moment and talk about him. He's from London. And I think he's had an amazing transformation since we're talking about a body and mind. He had certain issues with his body and stuff, and he's lost a lot of weight. And in fact, I was telling him about you and how he should totally do this course, and it's really going to help him. So maybe I'll connect you and Amit later at some point.
Yeah, I love that.
So also, Austin, what about people? Okay, I know there are going to be a lot of people who would be like, oh, I'm fine, I don't have any issues, why do I need this course? And like, I know there are lots of people. So what do you have to say to them? Because I feel that there's always room for improvement and nobody's perfect. And if you are great physically and mentally, great. So that means you can just improve that much more. So what is your message to those people?
Yeah, I 100% believe that there's always room to improve. Even like I've read all the Ayurvedic books, I've gone to Ayurveda school, like I still like seek out more Ayurvedic books. There's always room to learn and room to improve. And, it was interesting, actually, very much to that point, is after I healed from Ayurveda, it wasn't, once you're healed, like you're healed, I guess, right? But for the next step for me,
Yeah.
What's that?
I said it's a permanent thing. It's not like Ayurveda, I think, when healed, it's not going to be coming back. Or even otherwise, when.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Of course, like if you stop, if you get a cut on your arm or something like that and you put some ointment on it and a Band-Aid, like it'll heal, but it doesn't mean you can never be cut again. So, we have to protect ourselves in that way. Ayurveda is a powerful preventative medicine. But I got very much interested in, like biohacking and modern nutrition and modern new science. And I actually started following like a lot of endurance athletes and like super athletes in the US who are doing all these crazy things to like just figure out what the human body was capable of. And that interested me a lot. And
Lot. Capable of a lot, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that interested me a lot. And so I started exploring kind of those pathways with Ayurveda. And yeah, the human potential is paramount. And I still believe, like, even myself, like, haven't even tapped into the full potential. And I'm like constantly improving, it's amazing.
Nice. I'm just seeing if there are any questions from here. Some people are asking about skin. I think people are just how to get good skin, and so maybe Austin, you can give us one tip. So Austin works with a lot of herbs, right? I mean, that's one of the things that he uses. जो घर में हमारे herbs होते हैं, herbs को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? Herbs. What do you say herbs in Hindi? मम्मा herbs को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? मम्मा herbs को okay, even my mom doesn't know, but घर में जो जड़ी बूटियां, thank you, जड़ी बूटियां जो हमारे घर में होती हैं, या धनिया और जीरा और इलायची और त्रिफला, बहुत बहुत बहुत, how many herbs are there, Austin, in Ayurveda or in this world or in our country?
A lot. I mean,
Thousands?
I would say thousands. I mean, there's anything can be used as medicine. But yeah, what we use is like not pharmaceutical, but yeah, medicinal herbs. I mean, I would say I'm familiar with maybe, I don't know, between like 70 and 100 herbs.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I am doing this program with Austin, and of course जो हम course करने वाले हैं 20 July से 7th August तक, वो तो मैं करूँगी, but Austin ने मुझे घर से बहुत सारी चीज़ें भी ऐसी बताई हैं which are great for my skin. In fact, Austin is, since people are very curious, is going to work on my skin, and people who are saying that I have amazing skin are going to see way better skin in the coming few weeks. Right, Austin? You're going to do that for me.
Yeah, absolutely. The skin is an inside job, for sure.
Is a what job?
Inside job.
Inside
people have even asked me about my skin. Like, I don't do anything for my skin, and people have asked me like,
skin, yeah.
I don't do anything. I eat right.
I do that too, most of the times, well, at least.
Well, yeah, it's a process. I mean, that's part of the process that, you know, is going through this program. It's like, it's, you know, palliation. So we got to set the body up, you know, in the right way, and then detoxification. So we start to eliminate some of the things that are causing problems, because the toxins that build up inside of our body are slowly dripping into our bloodstream all the time, and it resides in our gut, and our digestive tract. So we want to remove some of that, and then rejuvenate the digestive system so that the food that we're eating, we're getting the optimal nutrition from it, and it's really nourishing our bodies.
Right. So that reminds me, I want to share a personal feedback here, if I may, and it's also for everybody. I love the fact that in your consultation, in your healing, and you take a really holistic approach. Apart from, of course, what medicines we can make at home, consume them. I love the plan that you gave me, a meditation to go with it, what hobbies to take, what to nourish my soul. I think that's a very, very, very holistic approach. And I love the fact that it's, so if I'm here to fix my skin or to fix my migraine, it's not only, oh, apply something, go to the derma, It's you're actually fixing me from inside and like squeezing everything out. And so I love that. So I think for anybody who's even remotely interested should definitely check him out, because it's something that I haven't come by, where you've literally given me puzzles to do, and given me a meditation, and I really, really enjoy it. And love it.
That was like such a nice thing for you to say too. You're the first person that's ever said that from a consultation.
Come on, I don't believe it. I'm sure lots of people have said that.
No, you're the first person that ever said, like, has appreciated that it is such a holistic approach.
I love that.
Yeah.
Also, before, of course, we go, I want to also tell the other people that this course that Austin's doing, the Aligned Gut and Mind workshop from 28th July to 7th of August, one of the best parts about it is that 20% is going to the Footage Project, which is an NGO that works with for the safety of women and empowering women. You can go and check them out as well. So I really appreciate that you are also doing good to the society, and again, it's great karma. So thank you for that. So it's also, so if you do enroll for his classes, you are also donating to a really, really noble cause. So I would strongly advise it. And anything else, Austin, you want to say that I might have missed, or that you want to talk about and tell people?
No, I really hope people try Ayurveda. You know, it's and I'm glad you mentioned the Footage Project. The way that I'm looking at this, and this is a recent thing that I've restructured my business model. I've been practicing for the last 2 years, and I've been able to pay my bills and eat food and enjoy my life, helping other people heal, which in itself I think is fairly noble work. Helping other people heal and live healthier lives. But I just recently, actually, it was inspired by you when we met. And I looked on your Instagram, and you had just posted you were raising funds for artisans in India who are having a difficult time here because of COVID. You know, the economy has slowed down, and so these artisans aren't making any more money. And it really impacted me when you said that. And I've always wanted to like be more altruistic and do these sorts of things. And just seeing that, you know, inspired me so much. And I was like, there's got to be a better way to do this. And that was when I had the idea. I was like, I could just start giving 20% of my business directly to charity organizations. And I'm friends with quite a few people who run NGOs. And so this is my friend Kristen, who has a PhD. She's got, I think it's in like social work. I'm not 100% sure. But what she does is, as you said, she helps and empowers women around the globe. And her work is so fantastic. They've helped girls who have been stuck in trafficking, who are under abuse, like all these, you know, terrible things that happen to women, which I think is, you know, it kills me. Like it hurts, like
Yeah,
really
I know
bad.
it's heartbreaking. Yeah, I went and
So,
checked them out, and they're doing some commendable work. So here's a shout out to them, and it's great that you are contributing to that cause. And
yeah.
yeah, I just of course before we leave, I know that this course is going to be something that everyone's going to really benefit from. So मैं सबको यही बोलना चाहूँगी कि एक बार जाके ये check out करिए. Also, these times that we are living in, guys, they are you know, we of course they're really tough times. You know, there's this pandemic going on, so it is very tough for us physically and mentally. Also, it's a time to kind of rediscover ourselves and work on ourselves, because we all have a lot of time right now. So if you have that time where you can better your body, better your mind, maybe in fact a very strong point I missed, Austin, was also when you ask about your childhood and, you know, other things, in because the cause is in our childhood probably, or in incidents that have taken you know, place many years ago or months ago. So अगर आपके दिमाग में कुछ भी ऐसा चल रहा है जो आपको अपनी लाइफ में आंसर चाहिए उसका, I think this is the right time to go and work on yourself. And this aligned mind, and I don't know, every time I say it I get like a tongue twister. So aligned gut and mind.
Yeah.
Aligned gut and mind, aligned gut and mind. Aligned Gut and Mind workshop. That's from the 20th of July to the 7th of August. That Austin is going to be taking that workshop, and I am attending amongst a lot of people from all over the world. So go check out his website. Austin, what's your website?
It's just my name, austinfantastic.com.
Fantastic. Is that a surname
Yeah.
that you have, or did you choose it?
I chose it.
Yeah, it's a lovely one.
It's my superhero name.
Sorry?
I said it's my superhero name.
Yeah,
So
it is. It definitely sounds like that. Even your logo is like some herb or something coming out. So yeah. So
Yeah.
Austin, fantastic. Please go check him out on his Instagram. Check out the course. Check out his website. And I will see you guys at the course if you guys are coming. And I'm going to see you, Austin.
Soon.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.